All right. I want you to listen to me rapidly with your mind, not your ears. You are free to participate too. Listen with what? There's difference between listening with what? Mind and ears. Now, whatsoever I say, you are going to say, you understand me? In sentence. Look at the way I will say it. Hi, A-M, B-L-E-S-S-I-N-G, W-E-L-C-O-M-E. What did I say? What did I say, sir? Good. What did I say, ma? What did I say? Can you give it a try? The second microphone.
Okay, you said hi, AM.
Put it.
You said hi.
Is it correct?
AM, BM, SSG, I think so. Then LM. I mean.
Anybody from the crowd to guess what I said in one sentence? Who?
I am blessing.
Can we jam our hands together for this man? Please, you can go sit. We do not have enough time, but what I am trying to tell you is that when they say listen very carefully and you think you are listening, honestly you are not. Do you get that now? So please, I want you to listen with your mind. It's a very great tool for getting attention of people, and I think I will not need to repeat myself that this morning, with the kind of topic we are bringing to you, you've gotten to listen with everything within you, body, mind, and spirit. All right. Good morning once again, MindTalk community. I welcome you to this auspicious occasion of the 8th edition of MindTalk in 2024. It's going to be wonderful, just like the rest. I welcome the people that are joining us from all the nooks and crannies of our world, essentially people from our other campuses, the Oshogo campuses. Can we jam our hands together for them, please? Our 3 campuses in Ibadan, the one at Challenge, Iwo Road, and Dugbe. Can we celebrate them, please? And the one at Opik in Abeokuta, and of course our international student community and all well-wisher and people who love to learn that are joining us this morning. All right, please celebrate yourself for being here this morning. All right, in the building, I take the pleasure of acknowledging that we have the president of SQI College of ICT, Mr. Adeyemi C. Aderinto. Can we celebrate him, please? And we also have the speaker of the day who came earlier than most of you. Is that okay now? Already in our midst, we have Honorable Laurel in our midst. At the appropriate time, I will say elaborately about him. Can we please celebrate him and welcome him? Welcome to SQI, sir, once more. Thank you very kindly. So, which other better way are we going to start this occasion than singing reference to our nation and this great citadel of learning? Can you join me by jamming your hands together, and as you get on your feet, as I welcome my dear colleague and brother, Mr. Timi Alamo, to anchor that.
Good morning, everybody. Can you please put those hands together one more time? And this time around, please do it better. Make it bigger, make it louder. As you are clapping, I'd like you to be on your feet. We're about to do one very important assignment, and I want us to do it with every energy that we have inside of us, okay? So right now, we're going to be singing our national anthem and also our school anthem, okay? So we're going to start with the national anthem. And somebody said, "Ha, who is that person?" Don't worry. I know I know why you said "ha." Okay? So don't worry, we've got you covered. The lyrics is going to be displayed on the screen. The rhythm as well is going to be played. So all you need to do is to just put your mind there, focus on the screen, and sing along with us, okay? Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay. Media, are you ready? So at the count of 3, we're going to start, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all and proud to serve our home and motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle honored, and these we count as gain. To hand up to our children our banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant these our one request. Help us to build a nation. No man is oppressed. And so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. Let's put the hands together for our country, Nigeria. Somebody say, God bless Nigeria. All right. So the second assignment here is to sing our beloved SQI College of ICT anthem. Okay. And this time around, I want everybody, especially our students, to actively participate in this. Okay, so it's going to be a sin for you to be a student of SQI College of ICT and you don't know our anthem. So please, if you are here to master it, ensure that you have the lyrics and you learn it as quickly as you can. All right, are we ready? Media, are we ready? Let's have the sound. At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear nation.
Okay, so let me just for those of us here for the first time or seeing this for the first time, this is how the anthem goes. It says time. It starts with time. We do not have it all the time, so we cherish every moment and give it all of our best and team. Okay, so let me sing it so that you get it. You get the rhythm right. Time. We do not have it all the time, so we cherish every moment and give it all our best and team. Because team is the next one. We cannot do it all alone. We believe in team spirit, working together and mind. The greatest version of our time, invented by creators to make us co-creator tech. This is our goal for Africa. So long we've been receiving, but it's time and we shall give to the world. Are we ready now? 1, 2, 3, go. Time. We do not have it all the time, so we cherish every moment and give it all our best and team. We cannot do it all alone. We believe in team spirit, working together and mind. The greatest invention of our time, Invented by the Creator to make us co-creator tech. This is our goal for Africa. For so long we've been receiving, but time and will shall give to the world. Making Africa a tech continent. I need some more energy from you all. Making Africa a tech continent. Making Africa a pool of tech talents. Please put your hands together for yourself. Thank you.
Please, we may be seated. Yes. We may be comfortably seated. Thank you. All right. I welcome you one more time to MindTalk this morning for the second time in a row. Can you look at the person seated beside you? Give them a big welcome smile. Smile at them. The affairs of things with economy in the nation has not gotten to the extent that, we will be economical with smile. So please, without any charges, can you smile at a neighbor? I'm not saying it. All right, thank you very kindly. The people that are tuning in from online, please, on the YouTube channel, I'd like to know from which part of the world you are joining this event. If you are from Ghana, put it there, Canada, Australia, USA. For sure, I know we have several people in the UK. Let us know where you are joining from. Tell us your name. Let's get to know you so that we can sync together. Other people from the other campus, I welcome you one more time again. So I do believe that today we have several new faces who are wondering, what is MindTalk? I was of the opinion that just like last week, on a Monday morning, money day, we will enter classroom and we are going to get at it with work. Definitely, I tell you, this that we are doing is work also. So in a brief moment, I want to tell you what MindTalk is about. We used to do MindTalk every month, every second Monday in every month. And the whole idea behind it is that we discover that when people are climbing high in life, there's something that we discover is lacking in several people, and there's no altitude that they climb to, they always come down. You understand? So it was now in our interest that how do we remedy this, especially for people within our community. So that is what gave birth to MindTalk. At MindTalk, we envision a future where every student is not just academically empowered, but undergoes a transformative journey that enriches every facet of their lives. Is that okay now? So at MindTalk, we talk about stuffs that we cannot comfortably put within your academic curriculum. We talk about character, forging correct characters, your attitude, mental frameworks, mind maps. We talk about several things that cannot enter your curriculum, but that are needed for you to make good success. Can we jam our hands together for everybody at one level or the other involved in organizing MindTalk? Can we do that? The people online, you can pop your emoji, your love emoji. Your love emoji. And may I tell you that while MindTalk is an event jointly sponsored by Hidozia and SQI College of ICT, the bunch of people that are working on MindTalk are volunteers, people like you and I, in-house from outside also. Is that okay now? So that to give room so that we can have book review within our community, we agreed to earlier this year that we're going to be reading a book every month so as to have a whole mind concerning everything so that we can have good success. So we've read a book last month. We want to review it this morning. We've been reviewing it every Friday, but for the benefit of the people that were unable to join the review. So in about 5 minutes, the team that are steering that effort will give us, the review of the book and a peep into what we are reading in August. And coincidentally, the one we are reading in August is something that has to do with our MindTalk topic of the day. And I believe it is something that will pique interest in. Okay, are you ready to know? Oh, this energy. Are you ready to know? Yes, sir. All right, so somebody say after me, government and technology. All right, applaud to God Almighty as I call on the MindTalk book review team, represented ably by Alamu Oluwapelumi. Can we jam our hands together, please?
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's so good to be with us this morning. All right, very quickly, I'm going to be taking us through the review of this book. Just like it's titled "Show Your Work." Just like Prof said, Star Blessing. Just like he said, we have just 5 minutes to do this, and we've always done a review of the book every Friday. So every Friday by 8 p.m. we meet on Google Meet to have a review of the book we'll be reading that month. We read this book last month, and I'll be reading a different book this month. And Mr. Ewa will come to the proper introduction of the book to us. So very quickly, I just want to talk about this book, Show Your Work. All right, it's written by Austin Kleon, and it was published in the year 2014. And the main reason why this book was written is for people who want to share their work, who want to share their creativity with the world. Starting this book, Austin Kleon argued that the author, Austin Kleon, he argued that we read a book some months ago, it was this year, and it was titled "Be So Good They Can't Ignore You." How many of us remember? Wow. Nobody. That's serious. So we read a book earlier this year, which is titled, which is titled "Be So Good They Can't Ignore You." And in that book, it was just that, if you want people to find you, if you want people to discover you, if you want people to come to the state where they get to know about what you do or about what you're involved in, like you just have to be so good, and then ultimately people are going to come and find you. So when Austin Kleon started writing, what he started writing in this book, what he started with was that he started with an argument how that it is true that you have to be so good that people cannot ignore you, but that is not where it all ends. As a software developer, being so good is not everything that you have to do for people to see you or for people to notice you. There are also steps that you have to take. There are actions you have to take for people to come and find you, for people to be able to see the stuffs you do, and to be able to acknowledge that it is very good. Are we together now? Are we together? So, in case you've not read the book, I'm just going to take us briefly through like 1 or 2 points that can help for us to make ourselves discoverable. All right. So, Austin Kleon went ahead to say that one of the things that you have to do is to push yourself outside. Like you have to put yourself out there for you to be discovered. And let me tell you more about the book. The book is a trilogy. Trilogy simply means that, a body of work or body of art that is actually in like 3 folds, but can be merged into one. So there are 2 other books that makes it like a series. There's Show Your Work, there is Still Like an Artist, and then there is Keep Going. They are all in the same set. So this book is one of them, and it was, in fact, the text is very, very written. There are illustrations in there that makes it very easy and very interesting to read. So in case you didn't read it last month and you want to pick it up, you can do that. This will really help you. And the book is divided into 3 main sections. Very quickly, the book is divided into 3 main sections. The first one is that you don't have to wait until you are a genius. You don't have to wait until you are perfect before you begin to share your work. One of the things that holds people back from sharing their work, one of the things that holds people back from sharing what they do is perfection. So a lot of people are waiting until they have something very perfect. So you are a software engineering student, you are a UX designer, or there is a course you are taking at SQI, or anything at all that you are doing. Most times we don't want to share what we do because we think it is not perfect enough. So you want to withhold and wait until it is very perfect, until you can meet the very standard of the world. But you don't have to wait. You can start sharing your work even though it is not perfect. And I'm going to tell us 3 reasons why we need to share. But before that, one other thing you can share, apart from sharing, one other thing Austin Kleon said, that it is apart from sharing your final product, which is that perfect stuff that most people want to show. Most people want to show the perfect work that they've done. But you don't have to show the perfect work. You can show what is not it yet. But one other thing that will help you, if you are not going to be showing a very perfect work, is to show the process. So there's something you are working on, there's something you are building, there's something you are creating somewhere. You can begin to show the process. You can begin to show how you are working on that stuff. So in case you are a graphic designer, we have graphic design students at SQI. In case you are a graphic designer, you can begin to show, maybe you are working on a flyer today and you are not done with it. You can take a picture or show a snippet of what it is that you've done that day and then share it online. And that's one advantage that we have. You don't have to call people or walk up to people everywhere that they are and share what you have with them. You can share your stuff online and people begin to see them. Yeah, software engineering students, people hear that, oh, you are now at SQI, but they don't really know much about what you are doing at SQI. They're just wondering, who can support SQI? And we don't know what the person is really doing. You can begin to share bits of what you are doing. You can take a picture of your instructor teaching you something in class. Of course, whatever it is that on the screen or whatever it is that is in your picture cannot make people outside know everything that you have been taught. But as they begin to see those things, they begin to see that you are taking a class as a software engineering student. And that thing is going to, one of the very benefits sharing your work is going to do for you is that it's going to help people build trust in you. So as people begin to see that you are sharing, stuff on software engineering, you are sharing stuff on what you are working on, even if they are not able to commit work into your hands right now, they can believe that somewhere to begin to shape their mind to believe that you know how to do this thing, and they will begin to build trust in you. Gradually, they will begin to build trust in you that, okay, this person can do this. A very common example is people that learn and work, so somebody is a shoemaker or something. It is not the very day that the person starts shoemaking business or whatever it is that the person is learning that they will begin to hand over work into his hands. But as they begin to see that, okay, this person does this gradually, as the person is sharing the things that he does, gradually people begin to commit stuff into your hand. And that's the way it has always been. I'm sure SQI also didn't start this way. There's a way, SQI started showing the stuff we do here, the work we do here. At first, people won't really believe that, okay, they are really doing anything so strong. But as they begin to see the product, as they begin to see the process that we go through to bring out everybody that we use to train people begin to build trust in us. People begin to build confidence in us. All right. So the next thing that it also helps, that sharing your work also helps you to do, is to make you very findable. It becomes easy for people to locate you. It becomes easy for people to access you. So let's say we need. Is there anybody that writes here? You write and you write very well. Anybody? Okay, Prof does. Actually, I do not know Prof writes. Maybe he shares stuff on. I think he does. Yes, I think I can remember. He shares stuff on writing, sometimes on his status, and that way I can think of him easily. If I'm to think of someone to probably help with a card design, the very first person I'm going to think is I'll think of Mr. Blessing. Mr. Blessing. Why? Because I've seen him share stuff on that. So if they are looking for someone that does something, if they are looking for a software engineer, people are going to think of you first, and they are going to be able to build trust in you first if it is that you've been sharing stuff on software engineering. Do you understand? So it won't be that by the time you are done with your training here, that's when you now begin to share with people that, oh, I do this. As you are running your classes, as you are going through every training that you are taking at SQI, you can begin to share gradually on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp, on Facebook. People begin to see that, okay, this person does this. And even if they are not paying attention to you yet, they can have it in mind that you are doing something related to software engineering. And one day they can commit stuff into you. Do you understand? All right, so the last thing I'm going to share that sharing your work does for you is that it helps people to benefit from you. So as you share your work, there might be things you begin to share with people. You might begin to share your process. As you begin to share your process, you begin to share how you work on things. There are people that begin to learn from things that you share. Some people have not been able to see that, oh, this thing can be done this way. They don't know that probably a software can be built with so. I don't know, maybe C++ or I don't know how it is called. But there are things that you begin to do that people begin to learn from. Do you understand? So I would have loved to share so much detail about this book, but we don't have much time to do all of that. So, but this book, I brought out 5 strengths that this book has. And number 1 is that it encourages self-promotion, it inspires creativity, it emphasizes the process, not just the products, the process at which things are being made. And then it is practicable. There are practicable and actionable steps in it to share your work. And the last thing is that it's very engaging and easy to read. So because of the want of time, I'm just going to call on Mr. Ayodeji to come and tell us about the next book that we're going to be reading for this month. Can we make welcome Mr. Ayodeji?
Good morning, everybody. It's such a joy to stand before you this morning. But sincerely, I did not plan to come here this morning. But Mr. Pelumi actually wants to reduce my steez. And you know this slang. No grief for anybody. So this month, we'll be reading Why Nation Fail. And let me give a background to this book. Last year, I asked myself this question. Why is it that I was searching online, I said, okay, let me read about Dubai. We all know how Dubai started. I paused again. Do let me read about Dubai again. Okay, let me go to Singapore. Right? I said, no, I'm not going to read about Singapore again. Then I stumbled on this book, Why Nations Fail. A lot of us are growing, like we can see things that are happening around. And sometimes you ask yourself, UK, US, another country, they are doing very well. But it seems like my own country is still struggling, right? There are dimensions to these things. Now, after reading this book, I was able to get a lot of information that indeed there are stuffs that are preventing nations from growing. Now, I'd like to share one of it because I won't have the time to start telling you everything. And one of those things is that those countries that you see that they are doing very well, they prioritize something. And what is that in? Inclusive government. They are able to take as much as possible people into the government, right? They are not interested in putting government in the hands of few. That's where rule of law comes in. Inclusive government. That is, when you say A, they will hear you. Right? When you make a suggestion, they are willing to look at it that, oh, this person said this thing. How can we use it? Are you with me? Then this book, before the authors are able to finish this book, I think they spent almost 15 years curating stuff. And here we are. We want to read this book in 3 months. Are you with me? We want to read this book in 3 months. 5 chapters per month. Sorry, we are too dull. Is it that I'm so serious? Is it that I'm so serious? Okay, let me come this way. Now, we want to read it 5 chapters per month. And you know what book does to your mind? It's just like you peeping into the mind of the author. The author have been able to put a lot of things into it, like getting a lot of materials, researches, sleepless nights. Now you want to just take 3 months to study what 2 authors, Orimeji, not one head, 2 head, see what to share in 15 years. That's what you want to try to do. Now, this book is very, very important. As Prof said something the other time. He said, our topic for this month is what? What's the topic for this month? Government and technology. Thank you. Now, you want to try as much as possible to dive into this book. That is when you go outside next time. There's some discussion you won't want to go into because this book will make sure it shifts your mind in a certain way. So this Friday, I'll be happy to have as much as possible people join MindTalk book review. And if you are going to join this Friday, please, can I see your hands? Come and commit yourself now. Oh yeah, commit yourself. If you'll be joining this Friday, please, you are interested. Who else? Prof, you must join by fire, by force. You two, you join, right? So please, I'd like to see every one of us this Friday, 8 p.m. And please do enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you.
Please, can we give another round of applause for the 2 of them? If you think to be speaking is very, very easy, I'd like to give you 30 seconds to practicalize that. You will see how your leg will be shaking. All right. While that beautiful book reviews were going on, we have the honor of some 2 important people to join us for this auspicious occasion of August edition of Mind Talk. We have the former rector of SQI College of ICT, Engineer Frederick Adenitot. Thank you. You people over this column, do you have Whitlow in your hand? And then this that I am about to say, he will not remember. He cannot, or let me say, he may not, or he might not. The other person that is seated there was actually my teacher, or let me say, once a teacher is always what? He's my teacher. You know, just be good. Is that okay? There had been some time he taught me English language. You will not know. Inside one primary school at Oshukpa, when I was still in secondary school, organized by some good people of Ogbomoso, people like Sheikh Honigwe day to day. We have the director of Parrot FM in our midst this morning, Mr. Isaac Olayiwola. Thank you. Young people in our midst, what is the moral of my little story that I recounted? The way we are living our life every day, we are like pencils, or let me say biro. You know, whatever biro writes, you cannot clean with eraser. Even if you test it, it will show that something was written here that you want to block away. You are like biro. The way you are moving on the surface of the heart, you are making indelible marks. The way you talk to people, the way you meet them, the way you affect life either positively or negatively. There's nothing you can do about that. He cannot remember, I know. He cannot. So if I can write my name, I want to thank my teachers. So if I can speak anything in English today, he's one of the people that God has orchestrated to actually work that out. Can we clap for him, for me again one more time? I love you, sir. All right, thank you very kindly, ladies and gentlemen. You know, when we come to MindTalk, we don't want to waste any time. And I want you to listen very well, because tomorrow, greatness is in you too. Point to your neighbor, say, greatness is in you. Okay, I think there's a way to psych you people up. If I say you should say something to your neighbor, and you don't want to say it, what if I say you should say it to yourself? Greatness is in me. See, you are not even confident. You are not confident about yourself. Greatness is in my DNA. Good. I think you are coming up now. So, ability is human being. Is that okay? Then I will not mince word or point elsewhere before I firstly point at him that this is Mr. Humility. If temperance is a human being like you and I, either male or female, I will not look elsewhere before I point figure that this is temperament. You don't get what I'm saying? If kindness is human being, like you looking at me, I will not look elsewhere before I identify that this is kindness. Every good things, you know, if servant leadership is human being like you and I will not look elsewhere before I point it out. If having a listening ear is a human being, I will not look elsewhere before I call this one person. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to read the biography of our honorable speaker today. Abiodun Oluwaseun, also known as Laurel, is recognized by Wikipedia, thank you very kindly, sir, as one of the notable alumni of Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso, Lautech. You know the kind of work you will have done before you enter Wikipedia. Where he served as Students' Union President of the institution and graduated with a second-class upper honors. Honors means he did not spend one day extra in school. A BTech in Animal Production and Health. As a student, Laurel distinguished himself to emerge one of the winners of the MTN Foundation Scholarship in 2015 to finance his university education, and currently an alumnus of the MTN Foundation Scholarship, MTN ICT and Business Skills Training. He is a part-time digital marketer with certificates in fundamentals of digital marketing from Google Digital Garage and Aiki Nigeria ICT training. Laurel loves leadership and service to humanity, that he volunteered to serve as the Director of Mobilization for the Liberal Movement Lautech chapter and was honored with a Lifetime Award, Life Honorary Member of Libra. Can we jam our hands together to that? of the Liberal Advocacy for Youth Development of Nigeria. As Students' Union President, his administration saw to the reduction of proposed LAUTECH tuition fee from 250,000 stroke 300,000 to 140,000, 170,000. Wow. And a subsequent push for an additional 25% reduction on the current fee to 115,000, 127,500 for indigenous and non-indigenous students of the institution, respectively, which was approved and announced by the Governor of Oyo State, Governor Seyi Makinde. Please, if you want to clap, I want you to do it intentionally. Is that okay? The things that I'm reading, they are mind-blowing. They are mind-blowing. They are mind-blowing. Wow, that's not all. Laure's penchant for tackling immoralities and vices within the students, the university community, and the youth in general spurred him to reinitiate the LAUTECH Drug-Free Club, which has metamorphosed as the parent club for various other tertiary institutions in Nigeria. Wow. Laure served as the vice president FIPI1 between 2018 to 2020 of the LAUTECH Drug-Free Club and was tasked with spreading the gospel of the club to other institutions. A task he carried out excellently. His administration donated several entrepreneurship materials to students and organized several capacity building programs that benefited the students' populace. His administration started the Student Union Scholarship Scheme, where 10 students Pioneer Set benefited from, and he continued to nominate several indigent students to benefit from various local scholarships. The popular Laure stand in LAUTECH is credited to his administration for the innovation and solution the project gave to the old students and French students who stands under the sun before writing their examinations. This innovation is currently being sustained and copied by subsequent SUG administrations in LAUTECH and other tertiary institutions in Nigeria. He was named, awarded, and celebrated as the most active and student-oriented Students' Union President in Nigeria by the National University Merit Awards in 2018-2019. Wait, that's not all. He was appointed as the Special Assistant SA on project delivery to the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Oluseyi Abiodun Makinde, on the 18th of November 2021 to help the governor to monitor and deliver projects in the quest for accelerated development and sustainable development for the good people of Oyo State. His impact and activities such as facilitating and introducing the digital e-projects such as the digital payment system for transportation, the healthcare pay setter card, the free internet connection for the public places and tertiary institution in Oyo State. I think you will clap to that. Has fetched him one of the 2022 Junior Chambers International 10th most outstanding young persons of Nigeria. 10th. Please clap. Do you know how many young people are in Nigeria? 70% of Nigerian population are young people like you and I. And he was ranked the 10th most outstanding person. Can we clap again, please? He has won other humanitarian award from notable organizations. On the 27th of October 2023, Laurel was elevated as Senior Special Assistant SSA on project delivery to the Executive Governor of Oyo State. I guess the reward for good work is more work. Finally, Laurel is a Christian and holds a basic certificate course and leadership certificate course from the Word of Faith Bible Institute, WOFB, BBC, August 2016 and September 2020. He is vibrant, intelligent, optimistic, committed and passionate about the development of Nigeria and Africa. He is an advocate of good governance, effective leadership and quality education. Ladies and gentlemen, with standing ovation and clapping, I want you to make welcome the Senior Special Assistant on Project Delivery to the Governor of Oyo State, Honorable Abiodun Oluwaseun Laurel, the face of SQI 2024. Can you keep it going, please? And we have the honor of having him and the president of SQI College of ICT, Dr. Adeyemi C. Adenito, this morning. I want you to open your mind. Listen with your mind and not your ears this morning. Thank you very kindly. We may be seated. Thank you very kindly.
All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I am having a feeling that today's program is going to produce something. And that will probably be someone from this gathering that we sell a big technology to the government of Oyo State. And we bring a very loud breakthrough just because of this program. Probably you might be using the connection of L'Oreal. Somebody say, Honorable, you are welcome.
Thank you
We
very
are so
much.
glad to have you here today. Thank you for giving out the time.
I am honored to be here in Ogbomoso again. And not to be in Ogbomoso alone, to be amidst tech giants. Then to be here in SQI, you know, not just being the face of SQI, it is being the face of so many of you here. Because representing SQI is representing all of you that are here. And it is important that a school of tech that is known for innovation, that is known to produce, that is known to have produced so many tech giants out there, you have to represent them and show to the world something different, because that's why you are innovative. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable. Now, before we go into the main topic of the day, which is government and technology, it's like you are representing the government to us now. These are the people representing technology. So that's one against hundreds of people right now. So I hope we treat you gently today.
I'm not scared.
Thank you so much. Now, before we go there, in the profile that has been read about you, I noticed something that somehow resonates with what we do with MindTalk. Like I've mentioned to you before, that SQI introduced the MindTalk program to take care of a challenge, a problem that we saw, and we introduced it in 2018. And what was the problem? It was the fact that SQI noticed that there are some students from the institution that when they join an organization, even as an intern, before you know it, within a few years, we pitch at MindTalk in your profile. What year did you leave LAUTECH? Did you graduate from LAUTECH?
2018.
You graduated
2019.
2018, 2019. Everybody, please follow this. Laurel graduated from LAUTECH 2018, 2019. And you served?
2020.
2020. Now follow. From 2020, Laurel, by the year 2021, was already a special assistant to the executive governor of Oyo State.
Yes.
And then within another 3 years, I think in 2023, right now, he was elevated to the position of a senior special assistant on project delivery to the executive governor of Oyo State. This doesn't happen to so many people.
Yes, that's true.
Is it the course you studied at the university that brought you to this position? Or what are those things you can share with us that made you to be able to gain so much speed right from school, and within 3 years, you're already at such a powerful position? Would you mind sharing with us, please?
Thank you very much. At first, everybody here in this hall, put a round of applause together for your parents. If you are not clapping, it means you don't appreciate them. That's fine.
The clap is good.
That's fine. The next one, now put a round of applause for the organizers of this event and SQI. Parents sent you to school, then they also strive to send you down here. The reason why they sent you to school is to invest and mold your future. Now, when they sent you to SQI, is additional investment into your future. Now, why I asked you to clap for SQI is because when you got to SQI, SQI saw your future and they also want to invest in it by bringing up MindTalk. Please clap for them again. So there are two things that are complementary to each other. The first is morals and skills. Your parents sent you to school to learn, majorly you say it's academics, is to learn a particular skills depending on the department they place you. The skill might not be the normal one that everybody expects, but sometimes, we have soft skills and all. So, but they sent you there for that. Then in addition, to learn morals. The morals might be, it comes in any form. So now, SQI brought this MindTalk to also do the same thing for you. It is not enough that you are a tech guru.
Yes.
It is not enough.
Of course.
And it will never be enough. I studied Agric. And as a matter of fact,
not political science.
Not political science.
You studied Agric.
Agric. Yes.
All right, please continue.
Let me tell you, my journey, I wanted, I went to FUTO 2011. I wanted to study polymer and textile engineering. It didn't come true because of catchment and one of these stuff. Then there was this issue then in the southeast, so I ran away. I wanted medical, medicine and surgery in Lautech, but I didn't get it. As a matter of fact, my post-UTME score 60, it was not enough. And there was also no medicine that same year in Lautech. They didn't have the accreditation, so no medicine in 2013. So if you check, there's no medicine in 2013. Lautech, no medical student was admitted for that set. It was a year after they started again. So I wanted to cross to MLS. I had the CGPA to cross, so it's not an issue. And I came from Akure, Ondo State, a village in Ondo State, not the major city of Akure. So Agric is not something I should study. It's something that I have known. I was born and bred into it. So Agric is just like, why am I studying Agric? Everything they are doing there, I already know. Nobody will believe that. Oko, I have been to farm 5 a.m. Talonre ata. That small pepper. We will do it from 5 a.m. in the morning till around 6 p.m. What do we eat? Beans and gari. So that we have strength. Owo ata, makuba, ojushi, everything. At a very young age. So to now come and study Agric in Lautech is not something I should be really interested in, because easily I already know every of these steps. I had very good. I was not serious. I was not serious. Yes, I became the class rep. I had issues in 100 level. My school fees was spent by the person they placed me with and all. So, but in my mind, I was like, me at Agric, I would not stay here. But 200 level, I now noticed that if you want to become the SUG president of Lautech, it is easier from Agric. So I decided I'm not going to cross.
Okay.
I will stay.
So you've been interested in politics,
yes,
right from time?
Right from time.
Wow.
Because I came from the village and I see the way they treat us. So I was like,
the way politics influences lives.
And I'm like,
wow.
I have to join this thing.
Okay.
But to join, let me even do it at the local level. So I became the class rep. But one thing that makes me different from other class rep, in the space of a month or two, I was more popular than every other class rep in my set. I was a Jambite. Jambites are not allowed to become class rep in Lautech at that time. I became the first Jambite class rep that year with over 600 votes, over somebody who did pre-degree. It was a very large, wide margin between us. So I saw that, okay, people likes me. So I have to stand in for these people who likes me. I am ready to sacrifice everything. Then I noticed the popularity and influence started coming in. Then when I wrote something down here, I wrote, influence is complementary to knowledge. That you have influence when they come to you.
Please say that again, sir.
Influence is complementary to knowledge.
To knowledge. Please, before you continue, how many of us here are introverts? You are introverts. Okani? Oh, you are representing the introvert. Thank you. Now, I used to be an introvert also, before I realized that, disconnecting yourself away from the world around you does not lead to anywhere. It leads to struggle. So as an introvert, you might have to be able to dig a lot of knowledge value from inside. But influence, like he said, is complementary to knowledge. So sir, Mr. Akwelumi, I want you to create a club. Bring your introverts group. And please help us to explain to your team that influence is complementary to what?
To knowledge.
Thank you so much.
So, after that time, I was still changing the pressure from home to do a medical course. So what I just answered, the answer to that question when they were disturbing me, cross this and that, I said, just show me one doctor in the top 100 people that are the richest people in Nigeria. A doctor, not a doctor by this, a medical doctor in the top 100. Do you have anybody?
That was your response.
Yes. Do you have anybody? Can you mention anybody? No. Thank you. So somehow they felt ìwọ nìkan ló máa tún lọ school by. Ìwọ iná ló tún fẹ́ lọ ṣe Greek. So I said I will stay. No money, nothing. Then MTN Foundation scholarship came out. It was even a friend who told me I don't have a phone. So it was that friend who told me, MTN Foundation is out too. You have a good CGPA. Let's do it together. And why did he even tell me? When I was class rep, I supported him to be the honorable of the department. So, and I know that he is very intelligent. So I felt only intelligent people should direct the affairs of my own class. If you are not intelligent, you stay at the back. I am not against you. Staying at the back is look at how the intelligent ones are doing it, then learn from them. So it was rubbing on everybody in the class. And by the special grace of God, there was another record by that same class. So it was rubbing off on everybody in that class. So during MTN scholarship, my class had 21 out of the total 71 people that was shortlisted from LAUTECH for the exam. My class had 21 from the 71.
No.
My
That's
own class, not level mate.
Yes,
my own class.
Yes.
So I also led the team that went for that exam. I didn't even have to prepare myself for that exam, but I was confident that I've been eyeing this thing since when I was small, that I would win the M10 scholarship, that I'll be part of it. So it was not new to me writing that exam. I knew I'm going to come out well with it. So after the exam, I was not even part of the 21. I was not part of the 21 first class students in my class. So at that time, I was not part of them. I had 2.1. I had 4.28. That was my CGPA. The funny thing is, the two people that was picked they picked 500 students in total from Nigeria, and they picked 2 from my class, animal production and health. The 2 of us are the only second class students amidst all of the first class students that made it. Myself with 74, the second person with 65. All the first class students had 51, 52, 53. Something made the difference. You know why? We were not just focused on just book alone. We were well aware of what is happening in our environment in terms of business, news. I am very sure all of you here, you only get news from Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You don't listen to the news, NTA news or channels. You hardly listen to those places, or even Parrot FM, Fresh FM. You don't. So that made the difference. And after I got the scholarship, there is no issue disturbing them for money at home. So I am now free to make decisions on my own. So I decided I'm going to contest the SUG president of LAUTECH since 200 level. And I already knew who is going to be my opponent.
Okay.
And I was telling my friends, this person is going to be my opponent in 400 level. So please, those of you that are crossing to medicine, nursing, electrical and all, I am telling you now, I will contest SUG president 400 level.
You were already selling yourself ahead.
Already, since 200 level.
Just like Pelumi said, post your work online. You were already preparing this ahead.
So when they went to those departments,
okay,
I was rest assured that my opponent is more popular because he was the faculty rep and I was just a class rep of a department. But I knew in my mind that I have more people in the institution.
You have influenced more people
than himself. He is popular religion wise. He has all of these people and all. But in terms of physique, selling myself and what I have to offer, I know is not a match to me, because I have more intelligent people now in other departments already. And I can easily talk to them and say, sell me. It's not an issue for them to sell me, because they know what has happened while I was leading them in APH. If you still go back again, that same 2013 set has more people who crossed out from APH to other departments in the whole university.
Somebody say, show your work.
So
say it very well.
So my connection in school at that time, it was the students and not the lecturers, because a lot of people said L'Oreal, they rigged him in because the election was tight. I won with just 9 votes.
Wow.
It was tight because the other person is also popular and grounded, but I was more popular with only 9 people.
As a class rep.
As a class rep.
Yeah.
So for you to beat a faculty rep, it's not easy. So I became the SUG president. It was now time for me. You know, I have participated in the first instance. I have prepared. I participated. Now it is time for me to perform, to show workings, to show that yes, I really know what I am doing. Don't forget, people have now seen me as an alternative to Togri, Because before you become SUG president at that time, you have to look like a thug. At the same time, you have to show yourself that you are rugged. You have to send away cultists. You have to come out in the middle of the night, do this and that. But it was different with me. What I was preaching is, you can oppress the management with your knowledge and your wisdom. You can show them that, yes, you are smart, but I will show you pepper. I don't need to fight you every time. Even if I will lead a protest, your mind will not be at rest when I'm about to come out. So I became the SUG president, and the first assignment was tuition fee increment. That was the first assignment. So if you are a Ladokaite, I'm mad at all of you. I'll tell you why. They increased the tuition fee of recent for the new intakes. None of you, because it did not concern you, you all kept mute and kept quiet. No problem. The oppression you allowed today will come back to haunt you tomorrow. Because if some of you actually said something, a lot of us would have joined you to struggle and fight. But you didn't say anything. That means you are okay with it. And when government test waters, when they do something, they will test waters to see if there will be a reaction. And when you don't have any reaction, they will feel it's the best policy. So they are cool with it, and they will do more. So they came for the postgraduate student of recent, and those ones were reaching out to me. I was just laughing. Don't reach out to me. You cannot fight for your younger brother. So you want me to come and fight for you? I will not fight. So I stood my ground against the management, and that was the reduction from 250, 300 to 140, 170. I was not satisfied. I was against the government all through. You know why I was having this rest of mind? I have 4-point-something CGPA. Teba tie ju pipe si. Sheba Greek ni.
Teba ju kini.
Tomba ju pipe si. Tomba sin fa. It's a Greek now. I will write this and nothing will happen. And MTN is paying my school fees, so just make 3.5. They will pay 200,000. It's enough for my school fees and hostel fee. Nobody is threatened. I'm not scared. So because of that, I'm not even supposed to fight for the people who they increase their tuition fee, because my own has been catered for. But making the difference is, just because my own has been catered for does not mean they should now silence others now. I came from somewhere where I am not even expected to get to the university at first. So I have gotten there now. I should now seal the door so that others will not come in. It's not possible. Tell me, since 2015, there has not been any other student who has benefited from MTN scholarship. You think I am happy with that? I am sad because you are not even showing workings. What is the essence that if I'm not challenging you, then I don't know what will challenge you again. That is my own story I'm telling you now.
And I want to believe that that effort created more influence.
Yes.
Influence that will even bring bigger platform for you.
Yes. And because
so it wasn't a waste.
It was not a waste. So after all that issue, then an opportunity came. I was not interested in APC or anything APC. I was against them. Yes, as student union president, you have the opportunity to sit. So it is different. That's why I said influence is complementary to knowledge. Because you now have the influence on a whole lot of students. They know you have battalions of army. And
they want that influence.
And they want that influence.
So they want to negotiate.
They want to negotiate.
They listen to you because of that influence.
So now your own knowledge is to let them. You cannot come and just bamboozle me and go like that. So he went to agility.
You mentioned Governor Seyi Makinde.
Then he was, and it was. I was even inside the school. Let me tell you, this is a very funny story. I was at Owode police station. A student, if sure, is hot zone because about 4 governorship candidates are coming to Ogbomoso to campaign.
That same day.
Yes. So the one that comes to you, allow them come and say what you have to. What you have.
Okay,
to come and talk. Labour Party, ADP, come and talk. The first person who came was AD, but it was not as popular as other. So when we heard Seyi Makinde was going and he did not branch, It did not branch. Me, I was living Owode. Myself and my friends, they were hungry, and we have been there with that issue, looking for the boyfriend that murdered the girl. So we sent some people, yeah, go, and I'm the one that will pay. I said, let's go inside the school. So one of us will use my ticket to eat at this restaurant. Another one will eat. So it was because we wanted to eat. And then one of us asked a friend, please send me money. I go back to Owodebi. So he's just going back. So some students now stopped him at the gate, forced him into the campus. So me, I was coming with my friends from GT Bank that want to, from GT Bank, let's just take this route and leave. Then I saw multitude of students coming. Then I saw Sheyi Makinde there. He was in his car. He didn't stand up. So I just, one of them now said, how come? Why will you know? You are the one that is supposed to. You people go with the bus. Let me go and join them. I don't know the spirit that came over me. I just stopped and I went there. He saw me because we've met before that time. He saw me and he greeted me. He now asked me, how do I want it? I said, that picture. That was the picture they used to nail me, that they should expel me from school. People from inside Lautech joining. The funny thing is, he didn't even give us money.
Well, meanwhile, you were distributing tickets,
flyers
to restaurants,
to everybody,
for people to eat.
Yes.
You needed the money.
Money, yes.
They didn't give you money.
He didn't even give us money.
Okay, Governor, you didn't give them money that day.
Do you get it now? So, because some people felt he gave us money, that is why we did what we did. So, because the picture now went viral, that of APC did not bother to reach out to me.
Oh, that he already take side.
And there was pressure on the VC. Expel that boy. Expel that boy. Now, send the school on break. Expel that boy and declare public holiday.
Because of you, they were going to deploy.
They were
going to expel you.
Then announce the public holiday for 3 days because the new students will protest that they expelled me. So I hope you are enjoying the story, and I've taken much of your time, but I will just speed up now. So immediately the picture got to the VC and everything. Then myself and the VC were not also in good terms because I was stubborn and resolute with some of my requests from the management. Now that we have increased the tuition fee, you cannot use all the money to pay salaries. You have to renovate the halls. If you don't renovate the halls, I will tell students not to pay. So you will not make money and will also stay at home. It will be 50-50. Renovate the halls, we will pay.
I think you have it in your blood.
So I will be ready to force them to pay. At that time, that was when Lautech was doing cut-off mark 140, 150, 160. So many of you that are in 500 level or 400 level now, that you had 140, 160. Not because Lautech wanted. Have more students. Why? The reason they agreed to that tuition reduction is they wanted 250, 300. So if only 8,000 students pays, they've made the money needed.
Enough to run the school.
Then I said no. A lot of students will drop out. Now let's reduce our score. Bring more students. Increase the number to 9,000. Instead of just 4,000 that you wanted for a level.
And now
increase it.
Can reduce the fee.
Reduce the fee. Have more numbers that will come into Lautech.
You were not just shouting. Reduce the fee. We will buy. You were playing knowledge. You were playing understanding.
They know that I can declare tomorrow.
You were presenting something.
The influence is there and the knowledge is there. And the mathematics is equals to money. You can argue it anyway, and I'm also ready to argue it with you. So I just played the mathematics for them, brought my calculation, gave them. You proposed 250, 300. That only 8,000 student pays. You make so money. Now I'm proposing that let's have 9,100 level students. Don't increase other levels. Leave it the way it is. When 9,100 level students pays, it will cover up with addition from others, and that's fine. Instead of paying 100 level tuition once, divide it into 2. Let them pay twice. So first semester you have a bulk money. Second semester again you still have. So instead of having all the money and spend it once, you don't need it. Just break it down, and it worked out, and they agreed. So now if we don't have many students, I have failed. Then they will go back and say increase the tuition. So I was always on the post-UME man. Open the portal, don't close it. Let more students come in. Till we were able to meet up that number. So they knew that this number that is in school is from L'Oreal. If L'Oreal is saying, go out and protest tomorrow, Igboro Madaru. So they don't want it. So I was using that as well to fight and negotiate my way out anytime there are issues. So they proscribed the union so that it won't be as if they expelled me. So they now invited me to a committee that, okay, go and face panel. The panel will now decide that expel him from school. That was the only time I was praying to God that my mom must not see the news. That was the only time. My fear is not going back to school to start all over again. The fear is what will happen to my mom.
So you risk so much at every stage,
yes,
to gain the influence you have, which means from what you are saying, you can't just continue to play it safe. Oh, I don't want to raise a Imakide hand so that they will not say, I don't want to do this so that they will not say, I don't want to do that so that they will not say. When you do that, you are losing something.
Yes.
You are losing a currency called influence, goodwill, that you might need to pay for something tomorrow.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Then someone now said to me that, I hope you are not bothered. I said, I'm not bothered. I'm only concerned about my mom because I know he's going to win. That I have not supported some that they wanted to expel me. So they declared Thursday, Friday public holiday in Lautech so that there won't be crisis and all. And he won on Saturday. So after I won, he called me in the middle of the night. L'Oreal, we need you because they want to rig this election and change result and all. I said, sir, calm down. There is no issue. You are awake. We are also awake. We will monitor anything. And after I became the governor, I didn't even go to him to ask for money or anything. When he asked me, L'Oreal, what do you want? It was an open check. Let me tell you what I answered him, what I asked for. I said, sir, I am already tired. I used the last 3 years to struggle in politics and leadership. I want my master's degree abroad. That was what I asked them. If I run away, what happens to them? I said, no, let me stay. Then I went back to him. I said, fine. This was what I asked for in the beginning. And now what you wanted to give me, I know you've given it to someone else. Just give me anything that I can be doing that will be enough for me to eat. That I am okay with my knowledge, that it can make way for me. Then he said, you cannot be outside now.
He said you cannot
be outside.
What does he mean by that?
What he means is, you are too useful to be outside. You have to be in my government.
Oh my God. He said that by himself.
Yes.
Which means he must have seen some things about you.
Yes.
Please appreciate that. Appreciate that. So he had to bring you into his government.
Into his government.
That's where the assistant for project delivery
came in. Because he felt whatever L'Oreal puts his hands on, he will not deviate from it. He will be ready to achieve it. It might
you
be
have proven yourself to him, because you were even ready to give up your school status,
yes,
for what you were pursuing at that time. So he was sure if you place you on project delivery, you will make sure you deliver.
Yes.
If you have seen projects in Oyo State, especially road projects, and you love it, what is happening? Please appreciate someone right here. Now, I cannot deny the fact that I love what I'm saying about project delivery, projects in Oyo State. You remember the time we came to Ibadan for the launch of the robotics, AI and Robotics Research and Training Center for SQI. We had to connect the branches because we had to move some things together. And we had to do it very, very fast. Now, I was already calculating that if we should leave that particular campus, 30 minutes to the program, before we could touch Dubai and Iwo Road and get back to challenge, we will be late. It will be so bad. But we felt we should just give it a try. Now, that was the day I appreciated those roads. Oh my God, I appreciated those roads.
It is now more better than it is then.
It's now more better than it is then.
Yes.
Laurel, take this one.
Those places have been connected again. They have now see a portal from Iwo Road straight to Challenge.
You are saying this. I won't see a portal, Laurel. A portal.
Can we connect to the internet now?
Don't let us
let's connect to the internet and let's check feedback on your state. Feedback over sg.com.
Let me ask this.
You will see those places.
I believe you. I believe you, Laurel. Let me ask this. This beautiful thing you have been doing in projects with your administration for roads and construction and the likes, how can we bring this into technology?
Thank you very much. Okay, I wrote something here.
Okay.
I wrote government and tech. I learned something from the iFair event organized by Israel in Nigeria.
The one that was done at Abuja.
Abuja, yes. So the ambassador to
Israel,
the ambassador of Israel to Nigeria,
okay,
said, Michael Freeman, he said, Israel has more entrepreneurs per capita income than any other nation.
Okay.
So what they are trying to do is any idea that you have, just bring it to them.
Oh my God.
So they will now teach you on how to turn it, to automate it.
Okay.
To automate it.
Okay. So the idea may be a non-technological idea.
Yes.
They will bring technology into it. Okay.
Then I now looked at it that, okay, some of the things that look different outside the country, they are raw ideas. What made the difference is because some people worked on those ideas, they automated it and turned it into tech. So let's take road construction for example. You construct a road, you put speed bumpers so that people will not run too much. Then you put signals to say 40 km per hour, this and that, but no streets, traffic lights controlling them.
Okay.
Did you get?
Oh yes.
Then you move an inch, you add junction improvement center. That's what the state government is doing. They put junction improvement center, then they put those traffic lights to direct traffic and all. Now then you move from that again. You now put cameras or scanners. Okay. Then when you overspeed, it detects. They don't even need to stop you at that time. When you come to change your papers or do anything.
Or you receive an SMS telling you, yes, you're fine.
All of these little projects, they are the foundation basis in which tech ideas that you have can function.
Okay.
Without a good road, the Omituntun bus would not be able to go smoothly.
Yes.
Without a good road, there won't be bus terminals. Even if there are bus terminals, it won't be easier. Their accessibility to those places will be difficult.
Oh, yeah.
There's a report from ECOWAS. I worked on that report with them. Okay. It was talking about accessibility of transportation in Oyo State, and it was they rated Oyo so low because Oyo Ibadan is very big, and there are so many unconstructed roads that are not constructed. So before you get to a junction, you trek at least 11 minutes before you get to a junction where you can see bike.
Okay.
It means that construction of roads is important to accessibility of to transportation.
Yes.
So now, people see that those roads that we are constructing is just roads now, but it is more than roads, not the development now.
Okay.
There is connectivity there. There is accessibility there. So now for tech too, there is connectivity and there is accessibility too as well.
Okay.
Now, I have mentioned junction improvement work.
Okay.
You know that traffic light is powered by what? Technology. The scanner is powered by what? Technology. The buses on the road is powered by what? Now, all that is just needed is a government policy.
Okay.
Now, this government policy now connects those two. And now it brings access between government and technology.
How does it do that?
Thank you. Just say anything. What do you think is a problem around you? You know that's Agric, abi? FUNAB, they planted the soilless farm guy. He can plant and harvest the same amount. He has used tech. Is to say it might not. They need your money.
You have said
that.
Yeah. Okay.
Then they will not government anyways. Not all
Bro,
yes.
we don't have money to support.
Example of such. So I know so many of us don't know about it. It started with in Oyo.
Okay.
To support in Oyo.
Okay.
To support them. They didn't see it coming. To make support them. They didn't see it coming. To make to repeat that same stuff. That implement. Do you get same stuff? That implement. Do you get it?
Even with that, the major thing that a government to transform come and meet with the major thing that a government to transform come and meet with the governor and not
the first thing the first thing is your ideas
even more
of your ideas
even more
of share it with people, but don't for not two people that you feel okay that you feel okay them a bit. You now look for them a bit. You now look for someone who will listen to me. I think I wrote something here. I said, yes, they will not look like it.
It might be the Lorraine.
For me, yes, they will not look like it.
It might be the Lorraine.
For me, when you now talk to them, do something that brings money. Do you do something that brings money? Do you get?
Yes.
Yes. Government.
So he knows
how to government. Don't ask for government.
So he knows how
to government. Don't ask for money. Sir, this idea is free.
It won't cost us anything.
Sir, this idea is free.
It won't cost us anything.
Okay, let me tell you how it. Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
Thank you. This idea put in Oyo State.
That's all right.
Thank you. This idea put in Oyo State. 1 naira times 10 million times 365. Okay, that's 3. Okay. 2 kobo. 10 million times 365. Okay, that's 3. Okay. 2 kobo. You take that's huge. PR and all.
You're giving the government the lion's. So I'm not supposed to just appear and be shouting, make something.
You have to give them something too and let them see that yes, it's a win-win situation for us. Do you get now? So let me give you an instance. I'll use the pay setter card as well. So the pay setter card is just to store money. Instead of collecting 50 naira from people cash, you know, when you collect money, when people come into the bus and they give a particular the conductor money, the conductor can decide to steal now and not bring the full amount of money back to the coffers of the government. Let me even tell you this funny thing. Most of those things that you see that the government collects money, what goes to government is maybe sometimes 10% of it.
And the government is interested in having 100%.
Having 100%.
If I can provide that solution.
If you can provide a solution that will make the government know that the person who paid 50 naira, the 50 naira will get to them. You have made us rich. And then you too, you have to be rich.
Hey.
So, when people now want to pay, they automatically know that they will have to load that card. Either they recharge it from their account or they recharge it from people selling. So when they recharge, they go to the vehicle and they tap. It deducts the money. And that person knows that even if I'm not with money or cash any day, I can always board the distance. So what the government needs to do is provide comfort, make it look nice so that people can always come. Then make it cheaper than the private one.
Now they are supporting that idea.
They are supporting that idea with policies
because
indirectly
it favors
because
the
it
government.
favors them. Now, A bus is 57 people. That's if they are not two, if people are not standing, or let's say 75 people standing. But let's do an average of 50 per trip. 50 times 100 naira is 5,000. Abi? To and fro is 10,000. That bus will walk, let's say to and fro, in between Ogbomosho, maybe 10 times a day. Abi? How much is that?
100,000.
Thank you. If there is a conductor in
That's
that
one bus.
one bus, if there is a conductor in that bus, how much do you think is going to bring back as the money made for that day?
Maybe 15,000.
I hope you know what I'm saying now.
Yes,
now
yes,
the state
yes.
knows that they have 100,000 and the 100,000 is sure. They know maybe there will be some little errors. Then you now tell them, from this 100,000 in a bus, just give me 5,000. And you take 95,000. It's not
For
big.
solving that problem.
Yeah, yes. It's not big. It's not a huge amount of money to you. Now multiply 100 buses by 5,000.
100 buses by 5,000.
How much did you
do
make?
the calculation.
How much did you make?
That's 500,000.
Per day, Abi?
No, is it one trip? Was that on
No,
a trip?
no, that's
Okay.
10 trips.
Okay, 10 trips. Okay,
10
so that's
trips.
for the day.
For the day.
Yes.
So for a bus,
Yes.
5,000.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So
Abi?
now 500,000 for the 100
100
buses.
buses.
Oh, yes.
That's what you make.
That's for the day.
That's for the day. And we all know that 100 buses is small in Oyo State. It's not even. Look at the number of buses in Oyo State. I hope you know what I'm saying now.
Yes, yes.
So if you have made 500,000, how much did the state government make in a day? You 5% is 500,000. Then 100% will be what?
Oh my God.
They have 95% now. You add 5%. The 95%.
That's 9.5 million.
That 4.5 million.
Is it 4.5 million?
4.5,
Okay.
yes. They've made 4.5 million from 100 buses.
No,
Just in a day.
it's 9.5 million, is it not?
Please make that calculation correct.
The 500,000 is 5%.
Yes.
This one that we are all doing calculation for the government.
That's why I said money is mathematics. Now I've already said it. I said mathematics is equals to money. Because when it comes to money, mathematics is in play.
Yes.
We have just done 100 buses. We have not done 1,000.
Yes.
And if you put 1,000 buses in Oyo State, it's still not enough.
God.
If you have checked my status sometimes ago, I said there is no need for Mikra to be working in Oyo State or any state in Nigeria. All means of transportation should belong to the government. The remaining other small percent should be privately owned by people. And you don't need, it is when you want to travel a long distance with comfort that you should travel. You should be using public transport. Go to UK, go to US, go to other countries. You either use train or you use the public transport system. Do you know why? It is because the money there is too much and it is enough to do enough infrastructure. So if a state government invests in that part of it, look at the money they will make. That will be enough to build more roads, which will create accessibility.
They will even be interested in building
so
more
now
roads.
look at what technology, that little technology has been able to add to the government, and now the government giving back in return to make sure that policy stands. You don't go to the UK and not use the Oyster card. Even Dubai, you have to use your Emirati card.
Well, if you have a micro business now, hope you are hearing
That way, sir, I don't mind. If your dad is a Mikra driver, I'm saying it to you.
policies.
If I become the governor of a state tomorrow, in 6-8 months, there might be policies that
Hey.
I will stop it. So what your dad will either do is come and become a driver of the government.
So studying at SQI is not enough.
So all of the things you know now, those little problems that you can solve with tech, think of it and bring it on board. Time investors are inventors. You invest your time in looking at a particular problem. you look out for it, you solve it, then you now put a little money, don't put too much, 1 naira, 2 naira, then come to government, tell them you make so amount from this.
Tell them what they will make.
Yes.
Don't be all about what you will make.
Tell them what
exchange values.
Yes.
Exchange values.
That this is what they will make. If you come to me and tell me you have a business idea and I'm going to make 500,000 per day,
you will listen.
I'll listen to you. What is this 500,000 all about? You know that 500,000 that we said is just for 100 buses. So if it is 1,000, it means 5 million per day. So do you know how much Cowrie is making in Lagos State now?
Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it. I'm just giving you. Lagos State has over 4,500 buses.
Do the calculation
yourself.
Do the calculation
yourself. The rail, Blue Line Rail, transport 500,000 Lagosians a day.
A day. Do that one to yourself.
The Red Line is also there. Please do this calculation. Let me tell you, the person behind that Cowrie pace setter also graduated from SQI.
Say you the year.
So you are here. Clap for your parents that gave you the money to come here. And if you came here alone with your own struggle,
clap
you
are
in
yourself.
The right place. Clap for yourself. So that's an example of government and technology. I will still give examples if you want me to proceed as well. But
even as you were talking, I'm so sorry, please. I remember a very clear example. Remita.
Yes.
Remita, just exactly what you've just mentioned now. I had to just mention to the government, we'll help you collect this money and we remit, it to you directly. Before, when you pay to the government, it barely gets to them. Yes. But he assures them that it will get to them. And he only asks for 1%. Not even 5%. 1%. Remitter, made by System Specs. So before that could be given to him, he had to give them so much more. Now I want to quickly just revise the lessons that I believe has been picked from those things you mentioned. Even though you stopped at finding someone in the government, that person is not the person that will make the policy, but it's in the government. And I believe stopping at that point is enough for anyone that wants to do something. Because someone in the government can help you to, navigate the rest of the path that you need to get the person that will make the policy. Yes. So the path that you've given us is fine enough, and we appreciate it a lot. I want you to please appreciate that. That's a lot of knowledge. This Yoruba saying that says, "Ẹni Obama biti ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ tí ń là bóyá àwọn kan lọ ń jókòó sí secretary government wọ́n ní kó padà wá next year." Somebody already found someone within the government. Now I want to say finding someone within the government means somehow, in a way, you must have been building some influences that you do not know will later bring in such connection for you. Maybe someone you found in the government could be the Lore you knew 4 years ago while you were together at school. And for Lore to listen to you, there must have been an impression you have made on him. You must have a reputation. If that person has given some kind of vibes or reputation that, when you make a deal with me, I have the potential to run away with your money. I can frustrate you with postponing. I don't get things done. I'm very sure you will be so cautious to listen to such person. So it's not enough to just find someone in government. You must have created some influence and reputation of integrity in time, in money, and every other thing in getting things done. All right? And don't forget, influence is something we've been talking about in MindTalk for so long. Networking. So you cannot tell me today that you are an introvert, you don't speak. That's why you have not been talking to me. Now, 4 years later, you need my help because I'm now the SSA of project to the Oyo State government. There will be some frictions. Are you getting what I'm talking about? That's why with all the benefit of being an introvert, I have to make sure I add to myself also the ability to create influence, network with people. Is that all right? Is that all right?
Yes, sir.
Another thing I picked from here is sharing your idea to form an opinion. So, from what you said, it's not enough to just take the idea and show up. By the time they ask you 1 or 2 questions, you don't know how to explain yourself again. You might not get that access again. So, which means it's wisdom to share that idea with someone that will be able to give you, a very thorough and clear opinion and shape it up in a way that it will even be painful to you.
Yes.
And by the time you go back and forth, you now have something that by the time you present it, it's welcomable.
No, it becomes something that all stakeholders want to be part
to
of.
listen to. It's not just raw. You have taken the gold through fire. It's now shining. Now that's a lot. That's a lot. And I think with that understanding, it's enough to make more carry wise from here. We've not started Mind Talk. I believe when he was graduating from SQI. Now you have what he did not have. I want to believe you will do better. Can you give me that assurance, please? So what are the final words you have, Honorable L'Oreal?
Okay, let me look at something here. I think I didn't mention it. Okay. Now, this one is, there are Muslims here, there are Christians here, and there are people who believe in the traditional way. But in all of this, you cannot displace the place of God. You cannot displace it.
Especially if you are in Nigeria. Especially if you are in Nigeria.
Yes. It will be difficult. And people will show you shaggy. So, just because I've said it this sweet way, did not mean it has been sweet from start. But look at it from this angle. In Nigeria, we like from grass to grace story. I used to have a prayer point when I was doing Word of Faith Bible Institute, winners here. The pastor asked every one of us there that we should ask for something. People were asking. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know what I asked? I want more problems. And I want to be able to solve them all. I want more problems. And I want to be able to solve them all.
Oh my God.
My first prayer in Lautech, when I came for post-UTME, I knelt at that junction. And I said, God, before I leave this school, I know there is a bad image, bad name for this school. I want to be the head of this school before I leave. And I want to be the solution to the problem bedeviling the institution. Today, you are enjoying fast academic. All fingers are not equal. Fine. But all fingers as well, they are not challenging for the same thing now. You are challenging for 5 naira. Somebody is challenging for 5 million. Yes, all fingers are not equal. You can get your 5 naira. The person who wants 5 million too will also get it. Then you want to spend the same way that person is spending. It's not possible. It's not done anywhere. So, you are learning from SQI today. You want to be better than the other person. Maybe you have to go and learn something else in addition to what you have learned in SQI.
I'll add more to your knowledge.
Or add more to it.
Add influence, add communication, add
everything. Yeah. Add connection.
Yes.
Kauri is one household name in Lagos before. But as much as they are this household name, it was difficult for them in Oyo State. It did not scale. The idea is a beautiful idea, but it didn't scale until Lore came. Do you get? It's not as if what they are now doing now, they have not been doing it before. It was a beautiful idea here in Lautech Teaching Hospital, but it didn't scale as well.
The technology was there.
It was there.
Somehow, probably the influence was missing. So it didn't scale.
It did not scale
until the influence was added.
So you might have that idea. When I was asking who has any raw idea, nobody said anything. There have been ideas seated inside all of us here. There have been so many stores you feel this is how it should be done, that you are thinking you don't have money. I am not saying you don't need money to achieve it all, but sometimes it might be what you will say that will be the money to make that idea work. It is not your own money self. Have you know they spoke their idea, they discussed their idea
with someone.
And also, don't, if you look at it that your back, that any of you that are here, that they are able to send you to SQI, you are as poor as my family. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you are rich now. SQI is not cheap. Abi, is SQI cheap?
Very cheap.
But nevertheless, you are here already. It shows that at least the level at which the people are ready to support you, invest in your life is high. So please don't fail yourself. Give yourself more problems. Ronaldo will train and still train. Even Messi, that is the world best player, Ronaldo, world best player, they will still train and still
train. Not to watch movies, not playing games.
They will still do all of that. So please, if you are good at coding, if you are good at graphics design, if you are good at any other part of it, we are meant to be a coach, lawyer or lecturer or that will make it multiply. SQI is SQI today. In the next 10 years, my prayer for SQI is that they should be in all states of Nigeria.
Of course. Amen.
Because at that time, we will not be talking of 100,000 students again. We will now be looking at 1 million, 1.5. That time, even if SQI is doing it at 30,000, there will still be profit.
Don't come and reduce.
I'm not reducing SQI still. I'm just saying there will still be profit. Because they're not looking for SQI. Because
thank you for the problem.
If it is to be easy, they should just stay here in Ogbomoso and be fine with it. So when they look for more problem and they are able to solve it, they will get more money. So if you want money, look for problem and solve it. Thank you.
Laurel, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to use this opportunity to just mention to you all. I want to believe you have taken notes. All right? Please, those things, let's just ensure we implement it. All right? As SQ has produced Carry-Wise, engaging with government and some other ones like that, please, we want it to multiply. And we look forward to seeing hundreds of it more. Now, before you leave, please, do you have anyone with question? You have any form of question? All right? Don't discuss about the protest here.
And don't
question about how you can become the next remitter, how you can become, the next Carry-Wise and so on. Anyone?
Don't ask for Honorable's number.
Of course. That one is going nowhere.
And it's not available for mentorship.
All right. I think we have some people that have questions.
Number one.
You have one person. Okay,
Anybody
one person is enough. Check online if you have questions.
Online, please. Media.
All right. Thank you, Honorable Larai. I would like to ask, does the government have a platform? And if they have, we'd like to have it, where we can send in our ideas. And where is it reaching? What are the people seeing it? Is the governor seeing it? Or the people in his cabinet seeing that particular ideas? Thank you.
Let me just answer that straightforward. Let me tell you, it is difficult to see a governor. Like very, 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 very difficult to see a governor. The assistants, commissioners, everybody that you see online, that they are working with the governor, sometimes they find it difficult as well to see the governors. That's not because they intentionally don't want people to see them, but because there are several engagements. So if you want your idea to scale through, you look at that government very well. Look at the one that is always available to discuss with people. I am sure everybody here don't know all the people in government, but if you take your time, check all social media, check appointees in Oyo State, check so person, SA to Governor Seyi Makinde, SA this, you will see some of them. Check Google, it will bring out some of the news, because some of them are also trying to sell themselves out. So when you now see, look at their profile, look at the kind of stuff they are doing. Is it related to what you want to do?
Okay.
Do you get? Then you reach out, they might not respond, compliment them on their page. Well done, sir, you are doing well. I think what you have just done here, I think if you add this to it, it will make more sense. Do you think we can partner with you in doing this? Are you getting me now?
Too much wisdom here.
They will
Too
reach
much
out
strategy.
to you. When they now reach out to you, then you now explain. No, it might not be immediately. Oga, I think there's something I feel you can pitch with the governor, and this is what you benefit. This is what you benefit. He will be happy now. He wants promotion from the government. He will also now he will now take that project as his own project and take it to the governor on your behalf. Though some of them might take it and not carry you along, but sometimes that's where God comes in. He might call you, oh yeah, let's go together, so that we'll be there. For me, most times I will take them with me to go and meet him. Then I would have drilled you, questioned you, put you through hellfire and hell and even heaven before I take you there.
Because you don't want to be embarrassed. You want to have maintain the access.
One or two questions and you start blabbing, I'm in trouble. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you think they are not, the governors are not intelligent. They might be saying one or two on TV and you feel this person is not wise. They are extremely drilled in knowledge, news, intelligence, entertainment, or any other thing you might think of. Some people who don't sleep till 3 a.m. or sometimes they only sleep maybe 1 hour a day, awake having discussions with people who are more knowledgeable than you are. You think your idea is the first one. The people have had that idea since. So you just have to polish it to make it different for him to accept it. Even if your dad is Dangote, if they come, it's not everything that will fly. So if you are not well drilled by me or that person and you just go, then sometimes those people too, they will now link you up with somebody who is more powerful than themselves, that they believe this person can help you push. Then you add prayers to it, because you might go and it might be in a day he's not happy and it will just rubbish you. But it should not stop there. You are the one looking for problem. You should not stop looking for it.
Resilience.
Continue to look for it, and one way or the other it will work. That journey, that cowrie that you have seen this way, they pushed it. The 3 guys that started at some point said, let's leave this thing, it's not going to work in Nigeria.
Wow.
That it is never going to work in Nigeria. And when they were almost giving up, the story changed. Because Lagos state government felt they make only 60 million from BRT in a month.
Okay.
In a month.
Yes.
So these guys came in and make 80 million in a day.
ẹni tí ò bá gbọ́ ò lè pàtẹ́wọ́. So that made Lagos state government to engage them immediately.
They engaged them, and banks, those money that used to put in banks, that you save, that you see banks.
Please.
What they use your money to do, they will buy bus or invest in train, invest in transport business, that they know that the money is coming back to their banks and everything. They are also getting shares.
A lot. There is a lot that is needed to be understood.
Do you get now?
A lot.
So most of those buses in Lagos State are not owned by government. Maybe out of the 4,500, the state government has only maybe 1,005. The remaining 3,000 is owned by banks and individuals.
Someone brought the figure to me now.
Yes.
He said Lagos State government was making about 60 million per day or per month?
Per month.
Per
when
month.
They were collecting it with hand.
So this, when they were collecting it, hey, God, oh. So those boys that we call Agbero or whatever.
They have money. They have money.
Now, see the difference. When it was turned to 80 million per day using technology,
They make more than that now anyway.
it become 2.4 billion. The special person that
Yes.
the tout is.
You are not special.
Hey!
You are more special than you are.
Hey!
They have money that
They
you-
don't.
that-
They have money.
They have money.
You will wear tie. You will be talking anyhow to Agbero.
They have money. You know what they call them?
Olówó
ojoojúmọ́.
Olówó ojoojúmọ́.
Yes.
So there is a way to take it from Agbero back to yourself, and that's what Carry-Wise guys did. Technology influence, engaging the government.
If you look at the Igbo guys, they are the ones that are involved in long distance traveling, abi. Peace mass transit. This transit. The day we Yoruba will look at it and understand that okay, this is why. You know what is just Lautech alone. If you play it for Lautech alone. Okay. I did one calculation of if you spend 44 million to buy a particular tricycle. Let's use tricycle for example. 44 million to buy like 10 or 12 of it. In 2 years, and you take people 100 naira, just 100 naira, and 20 days in a month. 20 days in a month, and just 8 trips per day. In 2 years, you make, with public holidays and all, you make 34.7 million. So that means you only need 3 million more to complete your full money. Don't forget, I used 9 months. I didn't use the whole 12 months. I added public holiday and all, and I used 100 naira. There will be times you take 150, 200, and there are days you do more than 8 trips. 8 trips mean 4 and 4 back. Do you get 4 trips to and 4 trips back? And you make that 4 point something million. So now increase that 8 trips to 12 or 16 trips. That means in a year you make your 40 million back. The second year you have doubled your money. And you know what? I used the electric vehicle. So that's why electric tricycle, that's why it's as costly as that 40 million. So in 3-4 years, every year you make 40 million. So you can be increasing your tricycle.
You want SQI to change business. We no go gree for you. We are not.
So I'm only telling you, look at all of these small stuffs. Even if it is 1 naira or 2 naira, put your effort into it. Ask Oga SQI. So I have this idea. Is it possible we turn it into an app? Is it possible we automate it? Is it possible we do it this way, do it that way? Then your guy will look at it and say, I think it is possible. Then you now design an app that looks like it. Then now look at how 100 people will use it. How 1,000 people will use it.
A million
how
will use
10,000 people will use it. How 100,000 will use it. Then how 1 million people will use it. Then you now sit back. If I make 1 naira and 1 million people, I make 1 million per day. I'm a millionaire.
It's something.
Yes, sir. So even if you employ people, you will not pay anybody 1 million naira per day. Abi? It's not possible. So even if you work for 20 days, 1 million times 20 is 20 million. You cannot spend all the 20 million and give to your staffs. So you definitely maybe spend, if you are very high.
There will still be something left.
You will still have like 10 million left now. You will spend half and keep 10 million for yourself. You have money every month. You have money every day. So if you ask me, I know our government, they are trying, and I know they are also not trying. I know they are trying, and I also know that they are also not trying. But you know, we are the young ones. It is our future. Whatever we build now, we are building it for our future. If they understand how this thing works, they would have done it before you do it. They would have done it before you do it. So now that you are doing it, it is also difficult for them to understand what you are doing. So just look at them. Tell them that this thing that I am doing is not against you. It will give you money. It will help you. Then they will now consider it. They will give you the chance. When they now give you the chance, you self use money to spoil them. When they now feel spoiled, they will not be in power for life. They can only be there for 4 or 8 years. But your solution would have upgraded in that 8 years. You would have done version 1, version 2.0, version 4, version 5. And for those each version, you have more people. Look at what Wema Bank is doing with alerts. Look at what banks are making with the 65 naira deduction when you use their ATM cards. Look at what Money Point has done to all of them, has shown all of them shaking. Look at what OP has done to all of them. Please, that sky that is big enough for all of us, the space in between all of us when we are at that sky safe is still enough to accommodate all of us times 2, and it will not still be saturated.
Enough space for everyone. Thank you so much. Please appreciate the rest. That appreciation is not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. You've given a lot. You've given a lot. I just believe that we'll make use of this and make you proud. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Another round of applause, please. Please, can we welcome him back to his seat with a standing ovation and some clap?
Okay.
Thank you very kindly. Honorable sir. Oh no. Thank you. Please, sir, you may take your seat. We may all be seated now. Thank you very kindly. There's nothing anybody want to tell me today to shift my mind. So, Honorable will be a transporter. I don't know, but something to keep telling me that, by the way, you are a transporter. So, if you have a problem, a solution for a problem in transportation sector, I am promising you on behalf of Honorable, so to patch your solution together. Is that okay now? Celebrate him ahead. All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Honorable Laurel. Thank you. Humility, intelligence, kindness, meekness, simplicity, everything, all joined together. Wonderful. Can we jam our hands together one more time, please? You would not believe if I tell you that you've been seated at a spot for more than 2 hours. All this while. Thank you very kindly, sir. The former rector, Engineer Denito, the director of Parrot FM, our amiable registrar, the admission officer. Thank you all. Thank you for gracing this occasion. We really appreciate you. All right, I just have a few things for us before we draw the curtain and call it a day. People from online, I really feel the energy. I feel that somebody was tuning in from Benue State in Nigeria, other people from other parts of the world. I saw people dropping love emoji. Thank you very kindly, everyone. All right, the first one I want to say here that we have on our announcement. This announcement is going to those who just finished their level 2. The people that just finished their level 2, can I see your hands in the air? Good, good. and you are presently in level 3 now. You understand now? At this main campus, people at the main campus who just finished level 2 and they are in level 3 now. The JavaScript and Firebase CBT test. JavaScript and Firebase CBT test comes up on Monday after the MindTalk. Do ensure you are present. That is today. You've been told before. I think I'm just reiterating, right? So don't run etasketa. Get yourself together in one place. Locate where you are supposed to do that. All right. So, did you know that this SQI College of ICT, our great citadel of learning, was recently being ranked, are we there now, by the government to offer National Innovation Diploma alongside the professional programs, and we are recently being ranked the awards. We won the awards at the recently concluded national meeting in Abuja for the work we've been doing. SQI was named the 3rd most compliant with policy guidelines. Do you know how many schools are in Nigeria? Your school, my school, the 3rd most compliant with policy guidelines. And then the 5th most subscribed tertiary institution in Nigeria. There are several thousands of university, colleges, tertiary institution, post-secondary school education awarding institution. SQI ranked number 5 out of all. Can you jam your hands together one more time? So that is another layer of pride when you are talking to people and the way you perceive yourself where you are studying. Is that okay now? All right. So please, I want you to pay rapt attention to what I'm about to say now. Take it home. Sing the praise across the coast and the sea. Tell your loved ones, tell your cousins, tell your younger ones that are leaving secondary school. Is that okay? There's nothing good in you, playing some game on, and you later know that, okay, this is how I was supposed to have played. You understand? There's nothing good in you letting them waste their time doing trial and error before they later come where they should be at the first place. So the admission opportunity is opened for people who are interested in the 2 years diploma program. That's the NID, the National Innovation Diploma, which is the same thing as National Diploma if you go to Polytechnic. Is that okay now? The available courses that, let me add, before I read the courses that are available, that after the 2-year program, you can now proceed into any other university. You understand? And start from 200 level. If it's a 400 level university, that means you spend 2 more years. You understand? And then you have your degree. That means you have 2 certification in just 4 years instead of having 1. So available program include computer software engineering with options in number 1, web or native application development, artificial intelligence, data science and data analysis, cyber security, application network and system security options, UI UX development. That is what you have under computer software engineering. So, what is obtainable under computer hardware engineering are the following options. Hardware engineering with options in repair and system administration, robotics engineering, cloud and server administration, network and system security administration, Internet of Things, otherwise known as IoT. Now, what are the requirements to pursue this 2-year academic program? 5 credit passes in your O-level or in your O-level, which includes English and mathematics, and 3 other subjects that are related to what you want to do. 3 other subjects include plus your mathematics and English. Not more than 2 sittings. Not more than how many sittings, guys? All right, you are with me definitely. So whether you are in heart, that's another lace, another icing of excitement to the cake. Whether you are an arts, commercial or sciences student, you are eligible to make application to SQI, and the jump cutoff mark is just 120. It's just what? In fact, those with awaiting results and those who did not write JAMB presently can also apply. There's a way they will do regularization in the later time. So they can also apply, but they must ensure that they have all their documents completed before the end of their program. That's what I mean by regularization. And to make application for this program is just a shikini money. So you will visit edu.sqi.ng/UTME. The application fee is 2,000 naira, 2K. How many K? All right. So, and if you cannot remember how I said it, just put it on Google, SQI NID program. Just type it on Google like that, SQI College of ICT NID program. It will bring out the page where you are supposed to visit. All right. Without any more thing today, can we rise to our feet? If you have enjoyed yourself, can you jam your hands together for the Almighty God? All right. So I do believe that everything we have learned today. Thank you. You can stretch. You can stretch, and do ensure that as you are moving out, you try to meet one or the other person in Nico Toshomageo. Meet one or the other person, from other department. Don't just come to SQI without running some influence. Is that okay? Ensure you meet new people, get contact, relate with people. Your helper tomorrow might just be seated beside you today, but you refuse to connect with them. Is that okay? Meet this man in Binance. He can as well send you some coins. You understand me now? All right. So thank you very kindly for gracing this event today. Our people from online, thank you very kindly. Everybody, without further ado, I'll see you the next one. Thank you. Remain blessed. Thank you. I'll see you in September. Thank you. I'll see you in September. Thank you. Thank you. People from online. People from our other campuses, the international student campus, Dugbe campus, Iwo Road campus, Challenge campus. Keep grinding, keep grinding, keep grinding, keep writing your code, keep writing your sketches, keep the prototype, keep doing whatever you are doing. Keep doing whatsoever you are doing. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Connect with people, talk about it, show your work on LinkedIn, put them in the repository, sing your praises. If you are not willing to do it, who will do it for you? In just one of these days, you are going to win big. I believe in you. I believe in you. Them never see you coming. Oh, coming, one is coming. The job boy, where they go for him, they go for him. Oh, she